Willie D live.
What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to get some shots out to the early birds, starting with dun, dun, dun. DeAndre Durham. What's up, DeAndre? What it do? Raul Arajo, I believe. Shout out. What's up? What's up? What's up? Angel Heaven. Paul Rockamore. Paul Rockamore. Yeah, man, the thumbnail crazy. SS, what's up? I'm going in. What's up, Nikki B? I'm going in. This is important because everybody's talking about how this dude killed this woman. 17-year-old killed a 28-year-old woman. They're only identifying her as Bianca. This woman who was hanging out with him at a bar. They getting drunk. There's reports that says that they did some drugs, or he did some drugs. They go back to, let's see, whose house did they go to? They went to, they left the bar to go to her flat. That means that when you hear them type of words in news articles, you know, you're dealing with Europe. This happened in German city, Frankfurt. So they drink, they do drugs together, according to the prosecutor. They leave the bar to go to her flat, and it was time for some casual sex. But when Muhammad Ali, that's his name, failed to get an erection, Bianca laughed. Actually, not Bianca, but Blanca. Blanca laughed, and that laugh sealed her fate. Dude snapped. He hit her, choked her, and bludgeoned her in a violent frenzy until she died. He also filmed part of the attack on his phone. This is according to the prosecution. A witness called the police in the middle of the night, who rushed to Blanca's apartment, where they broke down the door to find her dead. Muhammad Ali was arrested in his parents' home in Frankfurt's Bonhams district. I believe it's Bonhams district, about 6 miles from Blanca's house, just hours later. So one of the things, I've been hearing a lot of commentary on this story, a lot of comments, but one of the things that I'm not hearing is something that I actually read in the comments here in the chat. What is a 28-year-old woman doing with a 17-year-old boy? Let's get that out the way. This ain't blaming the victim. This is laying out the obvious, because y'all know damn well if it was a 28-year-old man and a 17-year-old girl, that would be the first question that everybody would have. What is a 28-year-old man doing with a 17-year-old girl? They'd immediately think something was wrong with him. Right there, but ain't hardly nobody. I ain't heard nobody except somebody who was in the chat. Who was that? Who in the chat said that? Somebody in the chats. Who mentioned that? There you go. I got it. Run Max said, what was she doing with a 17-year-old in the first place? Okay, fam, let's move on. What is she doing hooking up with somebody on a dating app and going to have sex in the first place? What was she doing that for? What was he doing that for? Obviously, he's a 17-year-old boy, hormones racing, emotions ain't really intact. See this girl, they hook up, they doing drugs, they drinking, and it's about to go down and he can't get it up. So she laughed at him, and that destroyed his fragile ego. He couldn't take it. Young people oftentimes already have a fragile ego anyway. Well, people, period. Especially men when it comes to women and performing. You know, who knows? He probably was bragging about how he was going to lay it down and everything the whole time. He's probably talking about how he was going to drop big six on her. And then he got in the bedroom, got his clothes off, and she realized he was packing double blank. Who knows? He may have had the propensity for murder already. Who knows? Perhaps that was his plan all along. And maybe he used that as a ruse. Maybe he used her laughing, or he made that up, the laughing part, because we don't know. All we know is what he said. He filmed it and said, I murdered her. So it's hard to ascertain what was really going through his mind. When people hook up a lot of times for sex with people they don't know, they go into the situation with rose-colored glasses, and they are like totally oblivious to the dangers that lurk. It's already dangerous to be in a relationship with somebody you know oftentimes. And you bringing somebody to your house you don't even know, somebody you met on a dating app. The number one cause for women being murdered in intimate relationships, or the number one suspect, is men. In a relationship, you can be in a relationship. You can have kids, be married, and do everything. You can know the dude whole family. They can know your whole family. Y'all can be super tight. And still you might end up losing your life if that fool start tripping. And I'm talking about male or female. This acting a fool and being toxic in relationship is not gender specific. The number one suspect when women are killed in relationships are the men that they're in relationships with. So imagine not even knowing who a dude is, don't know really nothing about a dude. All you know is you met him on a dating app. And that's if you're not being catfished. That's all you know about them. You don't even know what they look like until they actually show up for the date. So it's already dangerous when you know somebody. And now you going into a situation where you don't even know somebody and you giving somebody that type of private access to your body, where you're going to be alone with this person that you don't even know. It just really chaps my skin every time I hear a story like this. Like, are they not getting the memo? Or is it that a lot of these women and men, some men, just really don't value their lives enough? Or are they that gullible that they just trust, well, it ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna happen to me. All I gotta do is pray. It ain't gonna happen to me because I'm a good person. I'm positive. It ain't gonna happen to me. How many times have you watched stories on television, these crime stories? Forensic Files, it's one of the best. Good 22 minutes, go on to the next story. Bam. Find out who you get you find out who the victim is, the suspect is, and you get all the evidence and a conviction and the sentence all in 22 minutes. How many times have we watched those type of stories, those crime stories, and you see people in these little sleepy towns or this prestige neighborhood, and they say, well, nothing like that ever happens around here. I'm totally shocked. This is how people, when people let their guards down in these type of places, this is what the predators are looking for. So it's easy to find somebody slipping because they have a false sense of security. So my thing is, if you live in a relatively safe neighborhood, don't take your safety for granted. Because although nothing's bad has ever happened in the neighborhood, nobody's ever been kidnapped, murdered, and all that, bludgeoned or whatever to death, but you don't want to be the first. You don't want to be the test dummy. You don't want to be the guinea pig. Exercise caution all the time. The moment you take your life for granted, you could lose it. It's almost like this woman also is not really understanding the times that we live in. We live in an era where millions of men and young boys identify as tender dicks. Fragile egos, really emotional dudes, simps, suckers, chumps, clowns, bunch of them. slapping on women, swinging on women, killing women, stabbing women because they get rejected. A lot of them can dish it out, but they can't take it. They can call a woman all kind of names. Remember a woman call them a name, they break down. They can't take it. They lose it. They snap. Funny thing is they don't do that with men. Well, I wonder why. "17 years old, he filmed it, and he got on social media and bragged about it. So something was going on with him already. He was already cuckoo. And she, the one who flew over the cuckoo's nest, landed right into the cuckoo's nest. Allowed the cuckoo to walk right into her house. Y'all better stop playing with y'all lives like that. Men and women. Y'all better stop playing. There are uncivilized mutts among us. They're everywhere. I'm going to say it again, fam. Most of us don't even know the person we're in a relationship with right now. Don't really know that person. And even if you really do know the person, if you are harmed in a violent way, it's most likely it'll be by that person you're in a relationship with. So imagine not even knowing somebody and meeting somebody and bringing somebody. How do you bring somebody to your house? I don't even let the damn postman pull up to my crib. And he stop at hundreds of houses a day. I don't even let him come up to my house, let alone come in. Going into the comments. Ruth, what's up, Ruth? Ruth Tahada. Brandy 42 Lounge. What's up, Brandy? C. What's up, C? Geechee Dan. Nikki B. Yeah, you better stop all that hooking up with these randoms. These fools out here killing for sport. Used to be you had to worry about the serial killer. Now you got a whole bunch of one-off killers. You don't know what you're dealing with. Letting somebody in your house, meeting up with somebody you don't know in a bar, and going to your house, taking this person to your house, going anywhere with that person. You need to understand that when you step into that car, or you with that person, or you allow that person to walk in that door, when that door shut, man, it'd be like Jeffrey Dahmer. That's it. You know, when we was watching that show, Jeffrey Dahmer, and we know when that door shut, we know it's over. We don't know how it's going to go down, but we know it's going down. It's over. But there was always a little slither of hope that the person would get away, right? That's the person that roll that dice with their life. That person they don't know, missing, taking randoms home, laying up with randoms. Even if you go to a hotel, messing with these randoms. Stop taking your life for granted. Marco Cruz checking in from Mexico. What up? What's up, Miss Jazzy? Miss Jazzy is in the building. Broski, what it do? Bella Chanel. Sequoia from Grand Park, Duval. What up? Queen Johnson. What's up, Queen Ebony? Faith, what's up? Nick Thomas, what it do? A1, what's up, Darian Jackson? Joker, what up, Joker? Dwight Wilson, Chrissy McDowell, what's up, Chrissy? Connecticut in the building. It's been cold lately. Come on, man, first time. Come on in here and warm up. Pimp Boy Brooklyn, what's up? I'm coming to New York soon, fam. I'm bringing the show to New York. I'm going to do Willie D live in New York. I'll probably do New Jersey too. I'm definitely coming to New York. Herbert Webster, what's up? Ed Ray, Sig Puppy 187, Aquarian Talk, Trey Morris, P Focus. He say he's too young to have ED. What's wrong? Them damn drugs, alcohol and drugs. That's what messed him up. That's why he couldn't get it up. Couldn't get it up. All he had to do is take a break. Take a break, man. Take a break. Lay back and kick it. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all something. Taking off your clothes to have sex. Let's get past the random part. But taking off your clothes to have sex is a very intimate thing. Now, I know some dudes just poke around, they don't care what, but I don't get down like that. Yeah, fam. So, yeah. Yeah, when it come to mine, man, I ain't just gonna give it to no anybody. I don't give it up like that. I don't just give it up like that. But when I do, I'm gonna take it personal. What I mean is the performance is gonna have to be just like everything else I do in my life. I'm trying to go gold. I ain't trying to just do it just to get a. I'm trying to go gold, man, platinum. I need this woman to know that she was not wasting her time. It was not a waste of time. She could have been doing anything. She decided to do me. She could have been with any man. She decided to be with me. Man, I don't play no games. If I'm not ready to perform, I'm not even taking my clothes off. You understand what I'm saying? So fellas, that's one I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you that one. If you ain't ready, don't take your clothes off. Don't even, that way you ain't never gonna have to worry about a woman laughing at you about you can't get it up. You ain't never gonna have to worry about getting your ego hit like that. Ever, ever, ever. Don't ever let her see. Don't even let her see it. If she ain't getting it, don't let her see it. Don't even let her look at it. Don't pull it out. It's special occasions, man. Especially, you pull this out like Dom Perignon. Special occasions only. You don't just be drinking Dom Perignon every day. Pull it out, special occasion. You pull it out like China, fine China. These are the dishes and the cutlery that we use on special occasions. That's how you pull that boy out. Don't just be just pulling it out, just slinging it everywhere. Nah, man, nah. Get a quality woman and make the experience quality. And you'll never have a complaint. Never. Lay off all the damn drugs, man. Lay off the heavy alcohol. I ain't saying you can't do a little something, but I'm just saying lay off that heavy shit. You're gonna kill it. Drink some water. Work out. Try to eat clean as much as you can. That's free game, man. That's some free game I'm giving y'all, man. I don't normally be just sharing my secrets like that because a lot of times dudes ain't gonna do it no way. They ain't gonna even pay attention no way. They not gonna want to put the work in. Not even pulling it out, man, unless I'm ready. Had he been raised by a man, perhaps he would have gotten the memo. And he wouldn't have thrown his life away. He wouldn't have taken that woman's life over an insult. I don't know what possessed her to laugh at that dude. I don't know what possessed her to laugh. But she's not the first woman to be killed after laughing at a man who couldn't perform in bed. She's not the first for something like that to happen to. It's just not a good idea. First of all, besides the fact that it's disrespectful, imagine a man laughing at a woman because of something sexual, right? That is not up to par. Imagine a man doing the same thing. It's just disrespectful, right? But just beyond that, these guys, a lot of these guys got fragile egos when it comes to sex. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal. It's not wise. It's just not wise. It's not wise at all. That ain't even wise if you know the guy. That's not wise even if you're married. That's not wise. It's not wise to laugh at a dude because he can't get it up. That ain't wise. Especially when y'all ain't got to worry about getting it up. Women ain't got to worry. Women ain't got them type of worries. They don't have to think about that type of stuff. Men, a lot of us we got to, especially when you're a mature man, you got stuff going on. You ain't even feeling like doing all that. You got getting paper. You got businesses to run. You got major responsibilities, man. That ain't on your mind all day, every day like that. When you're young, you're a little 17-year-old youngster, that's different. But yeah, a grown man, a seasoned, nah, you ain't got time for that every day. Can't get nothing done. And another thing too, she was 28, he was 17. She probably thought that because he was so 17, he was immature, that she could control him. She probably thought that she was in total control because he was a 17-year-old. And she probably, that's probably wasn't her first time dealing with a 17-year-old at 28. So, because, there are women who go for, kids, we see it every day. We be seeing them get busted on TV every day, especially those teachers. What's up with those teachers having sex with kids? What's up with that? All these women, female teachers, even messing with kids in elementary. What does that tell you? It's always been going on. Internet has exposed it. Now, had this happened the other way, a lot of people would be saying, "Good, that's what he get, messing with a 17-year-old girl. That's what he get." That's what a lot of people would be saying. Yeah, Steve-O, exactly. Yeah, he could have been nervous. It could have been a lot of nerve. He could have been nervous and intimidated. Older woman. Who knows? It might have been his first time. So, yeah, older woman, nervous, intimidated, and she laughing at him. Oh yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. A few more shout outs before I go. Jeff Jones, what's up? Paul Rockamore, Michelle Lopper, actually that's Loper, Michelle Loper, Mad Wolf, Aquarian Talk, V Bobby, what's up, V Bobby 88, Tara Wilson. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out, fam. That like button is just like a light switch. When you walk into a dark room, you hit that light switch. That's the first thing you do. Hit that light switch. Flip that thing up. So as soon as you come in this room, Hit that like button, fam. Even before you hear me talking, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Just hit that like button. Just showing your appreciation for me, taking my time out of my busy schedule to bring you this news that you can use. Speaking of news that you can use, tomorrow I got Lil Flip on Willie D Live Conversations. If y'all been watching, you know that Lil Flip, I interviewed Lil Flip, and then, you know, he had some things to say about his partnership with Hunt, his business partnership with Hunt. They used to have a record label together, very successful, Sucker Free Records. So Hunt came on the show and had some things to say that he wanted to cover. Well, I got Flip back on the show. Flip wasn't, he said, no, it didn't really happen like that. So he wanted to come back on the show cover. So what I decided to do, I actually asked Flip to come on the show with Hunt, but he didn't want to do it. He said, no, you know, I'll come on the show by myself first, and then if he want to settle things, we can have a private conversation. Then he'll come on the show. So that's what we talked about. But what I'm trying to do, fam, is give y'all a piece of hip hop history. This is what this conversation really is about, and trying to get an understanding. Because a lot of hip hop, a lot of these stories that have been told over the years have been one-sided. And, or if you hear it, maybe you hear both sides, but it's something different when you hear both sides and they're all at the table having that conversation. It's very different. And that's what I'm trying to work into this whole thing, to get them to sit down together. But for right now, it's really about trying to get an understanding and really revealing a side of hip hop history that a lot of people have questions about and they want answers. So hopefully y'all been getting some of your answers, some of your questions answered in these interviews between Flip and Hunt. And like I said, tomorrow, Flip is on the show again. This is the quickest I ever brought a guest back to get on the show, but he wanted to come back and clear some things up from his perspective. So I allowed him to do that. And so that'll be on Willie D Live Conversations tomorrow, where all of the interviews are. Currently, the Too Short interview is up. So there's a link in the description if y'all want to check out that. And also subscribe to the Willie D Live YouTube channel, the Willie D Live Conversations channel on YouTube. Check it out, fam. I appreciate y'all. Willetta White, what's up? Appreciate you. And again, fam, man, I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for helping me get to 1 million subscribers. That's a big deal. Until next time, fam, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.